The boat is going to the Mystic Wooden Boat Show for a couple different reasons. I mean, part of it is to show off the work that we've done and to be part of the community of other wooden boat builders, and we get to see their work and they get to see our work, and it's a small community of wooden boat builders, especially in southern New England. And there's a fair number of us, but it's not, everybody knows each other. It's, twofold. The boat is getting judged, so there's an award to be had. So we want to certainly win that award. You don't necessarily need any more validation. Seeing everybody's faces about, with the completion of the boat is great, but it'd be nice to walk away with a trophy.
My name's Jim Norman. I built Jersey Girl. It's a mini houseboat. The hull is made of half-inch marine plywood, and the superstructure is made of beadboard from places like Lowe's and Home Depot. It's framed in red cedar. It took me 6 years to build, from 2015 until 2021. And the truth is, I'm still building it. This boat has everything you need and nothing you don't. The couches join together to create a queen-size bed. It's got a heated shower on the aft deck. It's got a head. It's a composting toilet. This is the galley area. The sink is connected to a bottle of water underneath. This is the captain's seat. There is a problem with the line of sight from the steering position, but when I get into tight situations, I just stand up and I look over the flower boxes, and it's just fine. We've been on Lake Hopatcong in New Jersey. We've been on the Hudson River, the Hackensack River. We've been on Squam Lake in New Hampshire. We've been on Eggemoggin Reach in Maine. Next month, we're going to do a piece of the Erie Canal, and I can't wait for that. It's the best of all possible worlds. Wherever you are, you're on waterfront property. It's wonderful. I love it. I built this boat primarily because I'm an artist and I wanted solitude. I wanted to be left alone to paint. And I was totally wrong. It turns out wherever I go, I attract a crowd. And you know something? It's fine.
Me and my partner Ryan, one day last year, we were no boat builder. We walked into Chesapeake Lightcraft and I saw this model in the catalog and I was like, we gotta build this and we gotta make it electric. Ryan owns a lithium battery company. So this is an electric boat. We have 3 times 96 amp hours. Those are 48 volt batteries. And this is an Elco engine that's 20 to 25 horsepower. Do you see how it looks like a petrol outboard? But it's not. It's an electric engine. So it's a wonderful experience to navigate this boat. It's completely quiet. It doesn't smell. It doesn't pollute the water. Okay, so the other thing is, and we're gonna need to go down. Let's go down under the hull. So this anti-fouling is not your traditional biocide. So it's much nicer on the water. This is silicone, meaning that instead of killing whatever grows on it, nothing can really attach to it. So it's super easy. When you take your boat out, it's just gonna wash out. So we think that it took us about 800 hours. I filmed the entire process. So it took us 3 months total to build the boat, and it took me 2 months to just edit the first episode. So I just met Pete, who is editing and shooting and producing the Coastal Queen series. And we just talked about how incredibly time-consuming it is to put together a video production project. It's a labor of love. And There is nothing that warms my heart more than when somebody comes to me and expresses how much watching those videos have inspired them to build a boat or to get into boat building, boat restoration. The one thing that I was not aware of when we started this is just how few women build their boats, and it's especially clear today. So I'm really hoping that by talking about boat building as a woman, more young blood get into boat building.
When the whaling industry ended in 1921, the Beetle family needed something to do, so they jumped over and designed this little Beetle cat, or this little cat boat, which is named after the family, the Beetle cat. The Beetle is a plank on frame. It's very traditional in the way it's constructed. You know, in these boats today that we're building, they're all handcrafted. They're hand done, there's no CNC machine. The amazing part about it is it's built exactly the same way today as it was in 1921. The fact that there's so many of these boats out there, and it represents all the aspects of wood boat building, that a lot of the schools use it for teaching boat building, and one in particular is International Yacht Restoration School in Newport. And they use it for their first year students, and they take derelict boats, which are going to end up in the dumpster, and they rebuild them. And at the end of the day, there's 6, 7, 8 boats go back into the fleet every year, and it helps the fleet grow.
Being up here at the Wooden Boat Show, we've been coming every year since 2003. We got boat builders, scientists, sailors, and these guys are restoring an 1800s skiff. They're steaming frames and riveting and bringing her back to life. So it's a really fun thing to be doing here because it is so engaging, and folks come by and help out, and our kids, 16, 17-year-olds are teaching, old timers how to rivet, and it's a great way to sort of turn it all on its head. So you know why they call this riveting, right? Because it's riveting. I've of course been following the restoration of the Coastal Queen for 2 years, and wasn't able to make it up to the launch in Newport, so was super excited to see her here. We took a bunch of our sailors onto the Coastal Queen yesterday to check out the boat, and we were all, of course, blown away by it. But what was particularly cool is that on the Bronx River, we're doing a major oyster restoration. New York City was the world capital of oystering and got cleaned out, and it all moved down to Maryland, and boats like the Coastal Queen were involved in that effort. And now here we are in the Bronx seeding oysters, and not for fine dining, but for cleaning the water, which is also what's happening in the Chesapeake. And so there was just a really neat connection between what the Coastal Queen's history was and what we're doing today, between the Chesapeake and the Bronx River and New York Harbor. So and Henry Coley kind of connected all that together for us. It was wonderful.
And here's a great painting of a boat like this. This is what you would have looked like.
Oh, wow.
Right? And then here's a bug eye, right?
winner for professional restoration and tower goes to Coastal Queen, 1928 65-foot price. Chesapeake Bay Barboat. Peter Kellogg.
Thank you. I'm not Peter Kellogg, but this is really half of all the many thousands of hours that went into this project, from McMillen Yachts and Earl McMillen, who really got this idea going, and Peter Kellogg, who hopped on board and said, "Okay, guess we can pay for it," and the crew at McMillen Yachts, the painters, the carpenters. The crew at Shell Custom Boat Works, who built the spars, the Rubel's Boat Shop, who did the metal work, and just everybody behind it. And there's so many people, but we'll pass this to them. Thank you.
Super rewarding to be at the boat show. It just draws a lot of attention, makes you feel good about all the work you did, and you know, the guys from all the different boat yards have been here, and it's really fun to talk to them, and just to step back and look at the finished product is, you know, makes it all worth all the hard work, and the awards that she won was really nice. I saw a picture of the boat from the 50s or 60s, and you could see the sign. We reproduced this sign just based on the picture, and it really drew a lot of attention and created a lot of conversation. The funny part about the sign is, well, people would walk by and say, "I'd like to give a deposit on the cruise. They want to go for a ride in the boat." So we were told, go ahead and take deposits. You know, just don't give your name. And we put the sign out, and all of a sudden they wanted to take it down because people wanted cruises. But like, well, you know, it's a good speaking point, so let's keep it there. And it, you know, it really draws people in for conversation, and it gets you going about Dale and how everything got started.
After all the hard work and all the years in the shop, it's really great to see the boat here at the show, getting so much attention and love. Very cool.
So it is amazing to get the turnout of boats that we have this year for the 50th anniversary of Wooden Boat Magazine. It's great to get the boats, the owners, the maintainers, the builders, the craftsmen. You know, we have a big group of craftsmen here at our Henry B. DuPont Preservation Shipyard, but it's so great to bring all the rest of them from all over the country to one spot every year and to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Wooden Boat, as well as the relaunch of Coastal Queen. Seeing that come through the drawbridge and come back into Mystic was just an amazing sight to see that rebuilt, back on the water, looking beautiful, and a beautiful wooden boat at Mystic Seaport, home of beautiful wooden boats.